Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room recap for Tuesday, August the 2nd. My name is Barry Ainerson. I'm the moderator of our room. Just to get into the room, it is a free room. You don't have to be a member of Trade Ideas. You can come on in as a guest. I share my screen all day long, and I'm live on the mic between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. This is a link for a subscription to Trade Ideas. If you click on the link, you will see a promo code for discounts off our monthly or annual services. All right, just as a note here, I am still in this one, HTBX. This is one that we were following actually yesterday. I don't know if you were in the room yesterday. You notice we had this nice little pop up here. Um, you probably should back up to the daily chart. You're going to see something a little bit more interesting. I got into this one on this break here, and if I back the daily chart just out a little bit more, you're going to see, sorry, you're going to see why. Look at this void right here. I mean, this is where we're at 130, but you see how it's curling up, and you see this potential big void up to 250. Not saying it's going to happen, but that's what we like to see. So back here, on this day, I got into the trade and I actually held it. And this is the next day, and I sold some right here, and I sold a lot right here also. And then the next day after that, I got very lucky because I think in the pre-market they announced that they were doing a financing, and that really kind of destroyed a lot of people's trades. However, then yesterday the word came out that they're canceling the financing. So these can be, who knows? I mean, this is just game playing as far as I'm concerned. I mean, the cynic in me would say, okay, they popped it up here, they sold it, they sold everything. They being, insiders, etc. Again, I have no idea. I'm not accusing the company of anything. So if anybody from HDBX is listening, don't sue me. But it just seems kind of strange. And then the next day, it gets dropped. So maybe, quote unquote, people start picking it up again and knowing that this is going to be canceled. So anyway, that's maybe just a conspiracy theory. However, the bottom line is that we started watching it again today because yesterday it looked good. Got as high as $1.10, popped over $1. I actually took some. I think it was at 97 cents or at the dollar, and I sold it at 97 because then it started moving down again. You thought, all right, here we go again. The games are still being played. But look at this morning. It popped up, but again, it looked like it's going to have a tough time holding $1. But we kept watching it, and I had put an alert just about here at 114. I wanted to see if it could take out the high of the day. And when it finally did that, I got in at 117. I have sold some at 126, and I have sold some up here at 136. And it is starting to move again. So this, I mean, who knows? This could turn into a very interesting play. I hit a high of 142. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. People ask me in the room, am I going to swing this one? I honestly don't know. Again, I'm in at 117, and I've already made some pretty good sales at 126 and 136, so I really can't lose. I think if it came back down to where I was at 117, I'd probably get rid of it. But if it held here, there's a part of me that says maybe I'll just hold it to see what happens tomorrow. Anyway, I don't know because the day still has another 2 hours in it. So there's the HTBX. I'm just going to tuck it away on another screen. Now, bring up another chart window here. Now, the other one that was pretty interesting was this Globus. A lot of us in the room were in Globus. And the reason is that I'd actually mentioned, let me get Globus up here. If you were in the room, oh, 1 second. Have to get rid of the symbol linking on the other. Okay, so I can keep following HTBX, which is really, really starting to turn into a great, on a percentage basis, that's just turning into a great trade. Anyway, with Globus, In the pre-market, we had seen that tops was again just screaming higher. There was tops. See, this is the one that had a sensational day yesterday, and it started off the same way. Look how it just screamed higher, and then it just collapsed. Another one I think was ESEA, and I said in the room that a lot of people then are going to try to get into these shippers, and one that hadn't moved yesterday at all was this Globus. And if you look on the daily chart, you're going to see that back here, this was a day. I think this is April 29th. On this day, perhaps even on the day before, a lot of the shippers went crazy, including the tops and this one. And I mean, it got as high as can't quite see it here, but we'll say 160 something. Actually, the high would have been 178. So I saw this yesterday and it didn't move at all. So again, when in the pre-market, I was mentioning Globus. I'm saying, you know what? Let's just keep an eye on it to see whether or not it can start following with the rest of the shippers. And it really didn't do too much at the beginning. Really didn't do too much, and then all of a sudden it took this pop, and it showed up. It showed up in our low floaters on the move. Let's see at 68 cents, actually at 9:31. So actually it had popped up. That's true. It sorry about that. I know what's happening here. Get Globus back here again. So it actually showed up right here, and then it pulled back, and I didn't really pay much attention to it anymore. I thought, okay, because you know what, the rest of them, the tops and all that, they were kind of fizzling out. But then all of a sudden, it just it gained. Sorry, I'm having some lagging problems here with my mouse. Just 1 second. Okay. And then Dan Merkin our CEO, he came in the room and said, you know what, I'm getting in this one, and he got in at 69 cents. So a lot of us started looking at this again, and I took the trade at 75 cents, sold a little bit at 80 cents. Look at this pop all the way to 119. Got a little bit greedy and basically sold out at 90 as it broke down through 90, 95, 96. But a very nice percentage move for this particular one. A lot of us were in the room doing that, and I think a lot of us are in this HTBX. I had a couple other trades, but really these were the ones that really made a lot of sense. Holly had a very good day. Unfortunately, this UHS is one that I would have loved to have got into. I just missed it. UHS was a short from 125, and it made it all the way down. Made it all the way down to 124. I'm sorry, it was a short at 127. I'm sorry, right there, 127, and it made it down to 124. So it was almost a $3 pop. EPC was another one. The alert to short was at 81.29. So Holly had a lot of shorts today, and worked out extremely well. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to get into them. They moved too quickly, and I think 10, 10, 10, 12. I don't know really. I probably should have a better excuse, but I was probably watching a couple of those other small ones. It's hard not to watch the small ones because look, they give us the biggest percentage gain in a very short period of time. So it's really hard to not like to take your eye off on. And I actually said in the room, this was a patience trade. I was kind of disparaging it. Some people were saying maybe we should get in now, and I think some got in. And I said, no, I've got to wait for this break. Got to wait for this break to see if it has any traction. And then you see how the volume started picking up. These are the volume bars right there. But anyway, I'm still in it. We'll have to see what I don't know what I'm going to do. Balance of the day. The only problem are these topping tails. The buyers have tried to take it up, and the sellers have been whacking it down. So, and this is maybe the bad one because if this bar on the 15-minute, if it remains red, certainly if it takes out this level here, I may exit the entire trade, and I can always get back in tomorrow. All right, I want to get back to the room. So thanks very much for listening. Take these out right here. My low floaters over here, back on my, so people are able to see it, and the screen sharing. And again, I usually open the room at about quarter to 9. and I share my screen all day long, and I'm live. I usually get live on the mic at 9 o'clock and go to 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And here again is the link, and you will see the promo code when you type in this link and click, and you'll see what the promo code is. I think it's Barry for Alpha, Barrie, the number 4, and then Alpha, Alpha, all in capital letters. So anyway, thanks for listening, and we'll see you in our trading room tomorrow. Bye bye.